top 100 R&B songs. We're going to continue with number 15. We have The Notation, Superpeople, 1975. This record should have been a top 10 hit in 1975. But it wasn't. Let's break down this group, The Notations. It's an underrated soul and R&B gem because it blended lush, sweet Chicago vocal harmony with sharp, socially conscious message. It was overshadowed by bigger label acts of the era. It remains a cult favorite for its rare mix of sweet soul beauty and gritty realism. Why it slips under the radar? Because indie label limitations. Chicago group recorded for smaller or short-lived labels like Jamingo, Curtin affiliated spaces rather than major mainstream powerhouses. Founding passionate audience overseas, the UK, distinct pockets of soul collectives amidst massive US pop crossover. Different eras, released mid-decade in the 70s, it bridged the gap between the 60s group harmony that was smooth and funky 70s social commentary, making it hard to box into a single radio format. Musical lyrical brilliance, gorgeous harmonies, the group delivers pristine, one-time part vocal arrangements that rival more famous groups like the Compressions. Deep message instead of standard romance, the lyrics tackle ego, superficial wealth, the urgent need for human respect, and equal rights. Hope sampling, its rich texture makes it a prize discovery for diggers and modern producers looking for authentic 70s soul depth. Yeah, it's underrated, man. It's overshadowed by the group's romantic hits and buried as a B-side track. Superpeople. It was released in 1974. Curtin Records subsidiary Jamingo. It remained a hidden gem known primarily to deep crate vinyl collectors and overseas northern soul DJs. Why the song is so underrated, Superpeople? Because it was buried as a B-side. The track was released as the B-side to their single It Only Hurts for a Little While, which became a top 30 R&B hit because radio stations heavily favored the romance-driven A-side. Superpeople never received mainstream promotional backing. Stiff label competition, The Notations, recorded for Curtin Records, a label founded by soul icon Curtis Mayfield, because the label's primary resources of intention went to master solo stars like Mayfield and Leroy Hudson. Incredible tracks by smaller group rosters were frequently under-promoted. There was a shift in the musical eras. By the mid-1970s, the R&B landscape was shifting rapidly from traditional Chicago harmony groups toward heavy funk and early disco. Superpeople was caught right on the edge of this transition. Thanks for the one person tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Now, what made this song a masterpiece is that the blaxploitation era production. The song perfectly captures the gritty, cinematic Curtin record sound of the mid-70s. It featured a driving bass line, swelling orchestra, swing strings, and short horn arrangements. This of a 70s film soundtrack that was a classic. It also had the serene social commentary written by Gerald Dickinson. The lyrics serve as a blunt critique of social economic inequality and hypocrisy, like lines like "Superpeople flying higher than high," "Superpeople, you watch the poor folks die," address systemic poverty, racial disparity, empty promises of elitists. The Chicago harmonies were flawless. The vocal arrangement showcased his exceptional interlocking three-part harmonies of Clifford Curry, LaSalle Matthews, Bobby Thomas, and Walter Jones. They contrasted a sweet falsetto hook with raw, urgent lead verses that amplify the message. That's the reason why it's underrated. So that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you soon.